Hello and welcome to the channel. In tonight's episode, I am going to give you an update on the seeds that I planted or the seedlings that I planted in my garage door greenhouse a couple of weeks ago. So if you'd like to see the progress on what I have planted inside this greenhouse, stay tuned. It has not been long since I went and took these seeds out of my Ziploc plastic bag and off of those paper towels and put them in these solo cups. But as you can somewhat see, they are growing and growing well. Now, some of them are further along than others. On this third shelf down here, I have recently planted those up probably about maybe a week ago. And so they are just now sprouting out of the soil. I didn't take you along with me when I did those, but I'll show you those as well. This center shelf, this is stuff that I was working on. Also, I planted up this container right here, but I got some stuff over here that I pulled out of the garden. That back pot, that is my ginger I pulled out of the garden. So I'm hoping that that's still alive. I took the tops off and put the rhizomes in the soil. I'm keeping the soil moist. It did have roots on it, so I'm hoping that it's doing well and I can get it out in the garden once the weather is consistently spring-like warm temperatures. It is warm temperatures, but the temperatures are fluctuating, so I don't want to put it outside just yet. And of course, in this cup, that is my homemade fish fertilizer that I dilute to feed everything in the greenhouse. So let's take a look at what I've got in the greenhouse. I don't want to completely disrupt everything, so I'm not going to pull the entire tray out. As I began to pull the tray, a few things began to topple, and I don't want to topple over anything, so I'm going to hover you guys over to the best of my ability. I don't want to pull you all too close because it's really close, but we're going to go in here and we're going to pan over. And as you can see, all of these cups, except for this first one, has growth, but these are growing. Different levels of growth, but they are growing. And as I stand over here as well, I have the exact same. It looks like I have one. Oh no, it's got something in it. They're all, except for one cup so far, has growth. Different levels of growth, but they're still growing. This one right here has celery in it, and it is growing. So only one of these cups up here is stunted. This has a mystery pepper. I found a pepper seed on a paper towel that consisted of tomato seeds in it. So I planted that pepper seed in there to see if it will grow. And I wrote on that cup, mystery pepper. But as you can see, they're all growing. They've all been fed. And I think that the fish fertilizer might have been too strong for the corn because I have two right there that's showing signs of distress. Now, either it's the fertilizer or it is the light. Either way, I'm going to have to watch that because those two corns right there are starting to show signs of unhappiness. But all the rest of these are beginning to germinate quite well. And again, different levels of germination, but still germination. This is the second shelf. Now, I will be planting these seeds. I may do them with you tonight, but these seeds I need to plant. This particular tray did not do well. Those died off, and I know why. So I won't be using this tray any longer. I'm going to pull that out, and I'm only going to use trays that are deep like this or the double cup method. But these are the flowers that I showed you all I planted. This might have been a separate video or a second video. I don't remember. But as you can see, I do have flower seeds. I am watering from the bottom and not from the top. But they are doing their best to germinate. Of course, all different levels of germination. So those are the flowers. This right here is cotton, and I am so surprised at how tall this container right here would have been successful if I would have filled it with more soil. As you can see, there's very little soil in here. So it's sitting right on top of the tray. The tray is sitting right on top of the warming mat, and so I can feel how warm the bottom of this is. And so this little bit of soil dries out very quickly. I needed to have more soil in here, and I did not do that. I did have the top over it, and so I think what happened was it just kind of baked this and didn't really give it a chance to really grow. And since because there isn't enough soil in here, there isn't going to be a lot of root space in order to really do anything serious. And so this was my fault. Um, Still, I didn't get any kale, any dinosaur kale to grow. The okay, I can't say that word. These Japanese greens, normally I can, but I'm tongue tied today. Sorry, guys, I can't say it. But these Japanese greens did have one seed to germinate, and then the tiny baby bok choy did germinate. But like I said, this was my fault. I've been coming out here and watering, but I missed one day. And this is what happens when you miss one day. You end up with your baby seedlings dried up because this is just not enough soil and it wasn't maintaining the moisture the way it should have. So I'm going to take this out and I am going to use my double cup method and just add more soil to some tiny cups and start this over. I have time to be able to get my greens going. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to take you guys along with me, but that's going to happen probably today. Here, I did this about a week ago. And so you're seeing this with me. Hang on one second, y'all. I can't get down there too close because the light is really low. So I can't show you all right on top of it, but I'm going to just span to the best of my ability. So hold on with me. I'm going to move you all the way down here, and I'm hoping you all can see. I can't see what you can see because the light is very low, but these plants, these babies are germinating. There are a couple of not pots, but cups like this one. I don't see anything in it. And this one, I don't see anything in it, but they're doing very well. They're beginning to come up very well. So I'm very pleased at what I'm seeing here today. These are clippings I took out of the garden last week. And as you can see, I've got little cups. I've been soaking seeds and I'm going to get all of those in some soil today. Before I end my video, I want to show you all how I fertilize my plants. This is rainwater. I just spray inside of the container, the bottom of the container. I hope you all can see. You probably cannot. My arm is in the way. So let me see if I can move you guys and give you a better bird's eye view of what I'm doing here. Now you can't see me, but I'm not the most important here. So what I do is I take my pump sprayer, give it a couple of pumps, and I spray water into the pan, at least for this one. And I fill it up to where I feel like there's enough water that these plants are sitting in. And I'm going to pick this one up so that you all can maybe see. There's a little bit of water. I don't know if you all can see that, but there's a little bit of water there in the pan. And then what I do is I'm going to take this out. I wouldn't normally do this, but just so that you all can see what's going on, I'm going to take this out and hopefully I don't hurt anything. I'm trying not to let that bend down and crush my plants. There we go. This is fish fertilizer. It's disgusting. It is gross. So I just put a little bit in there. I just pour a little bit in that water. Just a little bit. Just a tad. Ugh. It's gross. And then I just swirl it around. Just to distribute it in that water. And it smells just absolutely wretched. It is the most wretched smell. You don't want to get the stuff that you buy in the store on your hands. You for sure don't want to get this on your hands. But I made this and it is wretched. So I'm going to take this baby right here and I am going to place it back inside of the dish, just like that, inside that tray. Now, I don't do this but for anybody but you all. I don't take it out of the tray. I water it from the side over here because there's an opening right here. There's a space about 2 fingers wide where I can pour it in there. I did that for y'all's benefit. you're welcome. And now my hand probably smells. It's gross. That is how I water this tray. Now, when it comes to my double cup method, I check to see if there's any water in the double cup. I check to see if my soil is moist. This soil is moist. The top is not moist, but I'm going to water it anyway. I just spray water in the cup, just like that, till I feel like I have enough water. You don't need a whole lot of water. You just need enough to be able to wick up, because this is already moist. I'm going to pour a tiny bit of this in there like that. And then I'm going to look at it, make sure I got some in there. I know I did. And then I place my cup back inside of the other cup. I place my plant cup up inside the basin cup. And I can tell that that water has hit the bottom. And you can take it out and you can see it dripping. Y'all probably cannot see that. But if you take it out, and I don't want this dripping on me, y'all, but if I take it out, you can see that it drips. That's what you want. You just want it to touch just enough to be able to wick some of that water into that cup. So that is how I water all of these double cups. So I'm going to go through here and water these double cups. As a matter of fact, I'm going to move some of them on this tray right here, and I'm going to replant some stuff, or actually not replant. I have some seeds down here that I'm going to plant that I'll probably do another video and show you all me doing that. But I'm going to water everything, and then I'll get to the next thing I'm going to do, and that'll be another video. So that is the progress of what's growing in the greenhouse, and I'm so excited. Normally, I don't grow from seed. I do my best to start a couple of things, but not nearly as much as this. And I have the top tray full, the bottom tray half full, and this shelf, and the third shelf not all the way full yet, but I am going to be moving some things around and adding some more small cups in there today. This video might be a short one. I do apologize for that. I have been crazy busy today, rushing around, trying to make sure that my projects, I'm wrapping them up in the garden. I'm uncovering things in the garden. I am trying to plant some stuff out in the garden. I will show you that video. I have some seeds of some food I'm sowing outside, 2 different things, potatoes and peas. So stay tuned for that video. So I do apologize for rushing. I do have some more work to do. I may take you along and make a video of that, of me sowing some more seeds. So until then, I hope you all enjoyed this quick video of an update of what's growing in the garage greenhouse. Do me a favor, if you have not liked this video and you like it, like this video. If you've not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I hope you leave me a comment, and I hope to see you again, either in my garage greenhouse grow space, my backyard food forest, or maybe canning in my kitchen real soon. Up until then, bye for now.